What's up, Saiyan Army? Welcome to the video. So before we get into today's transformation, I have an announcement to make. The Winter Arc Challenge is here. For those of you guys looking to finish 2025 strong and ascend into 2026 and get in the best shape of your life, create long-term progress that you can carry on for the rest of your life, apply. Link will be down below in the description. I'll only be taking on a very limited amount of clients at this time. So if you're not serious, then please do not apply. No Yamchas allowed. And let's get into the video. How much fat can you lose and how much muscle can you build in 10 weeks? In today's video, we'll be covering my client Steven's transformation and how we ascended in these 10 weeks. Also, before we get into it, I want to shout out and thank my client Steven for allowing me to share his transformation and journey with you guys. Steven was just like you guys sitting down right now watching this video, wherever you guys are, on the toilet, on the TV, on your laptop, at work, wherever you may be. He was sitting down just like you. However, he made the decision to change his life, get in shape, set that example for his family, as we'll get into his background and stuff. So make the decision, step up, it's time to ascend. Here's a little background on Steven. 36 years old, 6 feet tall. His starting weight was 186 pounds. Here's Steven's starting pictures. As you can see, Steven's not out of shape by any means. He's not unhealthy by any means. However, he was tired of looking ordinary. He was tired of looking just like a normal person in the gym. He wanted to look like a saint. He wanted to look extraordinary. You know, he wanted to set that example for his kids. One of my favorite things is working with dads because I can relate so much now, being a father of 3 now, and just setting that example, getting in shape. Studies show that over 50% of kids from the ages 1 to 13 are overweight in America, and that's bullshit, really. It's so sad to hear. So I love working with dads who want to set that example for their family, inspire their kids, get everyone in shape. A lot of people say they'll do anything, they'll die for their family, and there's that quote, you see it all over social media. Would you live for them? Would you get in shape for them? Would you change your diet for them? So if you're watching this video, it's time to take some responsibility. I also asked Steven if he had anything to share, and this was a clip that we did during one of our check-ins, one of our meetings, and honestly brought tears to my eyes because he talked about inspiring his son, inspiring his daughter. His daughter saying she doesn't need to worry about sleeping late at night because daddy's big and strong and will protect her. His son flexing, saying he wants to be buff just like daddy. That's the example, and that's the change that I want to make, that you guys should make as well for your family. Let's roll it.
In-laws are now with a trainer getting in shape. Wife is looking at getting a trainer and getting in shape. My 3-year-old son is walking around the house flexing, going, I got big muscles like daddy. I mean, my daughter told me the other night that she's having less bad dreams because she knows that daddy can scare anything away because of how strong he is.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
More than the actual results that I see, that puts everything else to the side. Having my family look at my fitness progress and my fitness journey and want to emulate it.
Week 1, macros 250 carbs, 55 fats, and 190 grams of proteins. Cardio was 1 session of 300 calories. Average weigh-in was 187 pounds. Also, here's Steven's week 1 pictures. As you can see, no real change. If anything, he does look a little bit more bloated. That's probably, you know, because of the extra food that I'm pushing into him. In the beginning of a transformation, I'm trying to gauge, you know, a client's metabolism. I'm trying to actually push the client's metabolism to get them eating as much as possible. Some clients, not all, you can really push your metabolism and increase food as they lose weight, and it's a very beautiful thing. I've done transformations on that before if you guys just go through my library. And secondly, just to build that consistency, as you know, the first couple of weeks is going to be about acclimating to the program and just getting used to everything, your diet, your workout, you know, how much water you're intaking, your fiber intake, all that stuff. And the last thing I want to touch on before we move into the next couple of weeks is the protein. So I have read the latest studies on lower protein, 0.8 grams per pound of lean body mass instead of the 1 gram per pound of lean body mass that is recommended now. And it's something that I've been experimenting with myself for the past 6 months as well. And I do believe it works with lower proteins. I haven't noticed any differences in my recovery, satiety, anything like that. And it is something I'm recommending to a lot of my clients moving forward. So understand that protein is a little bit higher than I would prescribe, like if I coached them again today as well. But let's keep on rocking. Week 2, macros, 250 carbs, 55 fats, and 190 grams of proteins. Macros stayed the same. Cardio was 2 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 184.6 pounds. Here's his week 2 pictures. As you can see, he's not at home. However, he does look like he's leaning up a little bit. It looks like his body is acclimating to the macros and everything, and he's just building that consistency up again. Also, as far as Steven's workouts went, he was on a 5-day workout. He was doing 3 workouts in the gym and 2 workouts at home. So I customized everything to make it match via his equipment that he had. Honestly, even for him, I would have recommended dropping it down to 4 days a week just because of his schedule and everything as well. A lot of my clients, especially those of you guys with kids, I recommend only working out 3 to 4 days a week now. Just working out high intensity, low volume. I've been doing 4 days a week for a while now, and I'm still making progress, still making gains, and I have a lot of extra time to spend with my family, hobbies, whatever it may be. As you guys know, with kids, use that extra time, spend it with your kids, take them to the park. That's what I recommend all my dads that I'm working with too. Pick up a new hobby, play some basketball, go play golf, whatever it may be. Get outside, get active, do something instead of living in the gym. Week 4, macros, 275 carbs, 55 fats, and 200 grams of proteins. Cardio stayed the same, 2 sessions, 300 calories. New low weigh-in was 183.5 pounds. So a 1 pound drop in the past 2 weeks, which is not really a big deal. Half a pound is still progress. And a lot of people worry about just half a pound drop or a pound drop. Understand, that's great progress. If you drop a pound a week over the course of a year, that's over 50 pounds lost, and that's great progress. And that's not even accounting for, the amount of muscle that you're building if you're recomping and doing things properly. Here's Steven's week 4 pictures. As you can see, abs are coming in. Like I mentioned before, we are pushing his metabolism. We did increase carbs by 100 calories, and arms are looking leaner. You see that shoulder separation coming through from the back. You see a lot more definition, and his physique is just changing. You can see the recomp is happening. Week 6, macros, 275 carbs, 55 fats, and 200 grams of proteins. Cardio's the same, 2 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 181.9 pounds. So another good drop, almost 2 pound drop in the past 2 weeks, which is great progress. And here's his week 6 pictures. As you can see from the front, abs are in, they're looking chiseled. His physique is looking full. From the back, his V-taper is looking great, definition coming through. From the side, you can even see some of the serratus, some separation in his shoulders. He's looking lean. Body fat has come down a lot. Recomp, obviously that's the hardest to gauge, but it does look like he recomped some muscle. Obviously it can be illusion as well, but he's hitting PRs in the gym each and every week. He's the strongest he's ever been, so there's definitely some good recomp happening as well. Week 8, macros, 275 carbs, 55 fats, and 200 grams of proteins. Cardio the same, 2 sessions of 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 180.1 pounds. So another 2 pound drop from week 6, so about a pound a week. Here's his week 8 pictures. As you can see, everything is just getting better and better. He's looking leaner. Lighting's obviously a little bit different, but his physique is looking great. Abs are still in. Physique is looking full. He's not looking flat. Like when you see people cut too fast and they get so depleted that they just look flat, they look very flat and skinny, he's still looking full and good. We actually increased macros since the beginning, and that's always a great sign, and he's just on the right track. Week 10, macros the same, 275 carbs, 55 fats, and 200 grams of proteins. Cardio, 2 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 179.5 pounds. So a very small, minuscule drop, 0.6 pounds. That's 0.3 pounds a week. However, it's all good because his physique is ascending even further. He's looking great. Abs are still in from the back. Back thickness is actually looking a little bit better. Could also be his pose. He's not flaring his lats as much, which will make your back look a little bit thicker. From the side, lighting's a little bit different, but you can see his delts are popping, triceps popping. Everything's looking good. Stomach's flat, and he is looking like a Saiyan. So moving forward, Steven did extend his coaching. However, I'm just showing you guys the first 10 weeks. Moving forward, what we ended up doing was we cut him down just a little bit leaner till he was happy with where he was at. From there, we reversed that his metabolism, got his calories nice and high, and more into like a building phase, like a gaintaining phase, where he could still maintain the leanness, however, build some muscle. He just sent me his physique pictures, which was 3 months post coaching, and he's still looking great. Abs are still in, and he's still making great progress. Understand that none of this matters if you guys don't maintain your progress. None of the work that you guys put in to lose the weight makes a difference if you guys don't maintain your progress, if you guys don't create long-term sustainable progress, which is pretty much the number one thing I'm focusing on with my coaching, because I'm not looking for short-term fixes for long-term problems. I'm looking for a long-term sustainable progress to get you looking good and feeling good for the rest of your life, because studies show that 90% of people that hit their weight loss goals gain the weight back in the next year. So something I'm also implementing with my coaching is I'm scheduling follow-ups. So even after clients finish their program, I'm following up 6 months and a year down the line to make sure that they're still ascending, still making progress. And it'll be great too, because I'll be posting these things on my Instagram in my story and sharing that with you guys, sharing their progress, because that's what it's about. You know, so many people go through these yo-yo diets where they hire someone, hire a coach or whatever, they lose the weight only to gain it back within the next year. And then what's the point? I tell all my clients that when you work with me, you won't have to work with anyone else ever again, because I'm gonna do things the right way. I'm gonna teach you the habits that you need, and I'm gonna teach you how to do it, so you'll never have to look the way that you do or feel that the way you feel ever again. So anyways, sorry about the last rant. Winter Arc Challenge, apply. Link will be down below. No Yamchas allowed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.